guys.
We finally made it to the airport, and it was pretty smooth sailing all the way. And our agent at the Sata desk was brilliant.
Brilliant.
Great service.
Yeah.
Her name is Giovanna, and she's actually from Sicily.
Sicily, from Italy,
yes, yeah. And very sweet. She had a bubbly personality and really helped us out with everything.
Yeah, let's take a look at Zena here. Hey, Zena. Hey, say hello. Say hello, Zena. Zena. Oh, look at you. We want to toast you guys for following us to Pico.
Yes, we're
we've
so
been
excited
waiting.
to bring you guys along.
Yeah. So anticipation. So obviously we've been waiting. We found that this was the best window to get over there. We're gonna take you along until we get to Pico.
We'll see you guys on the airplane.
Espero voltar a recebê-los a bordo da Azores Airlines. Bom dia e obrigado. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Azores. We have this land at João Paulo II Airport in Ponta Delgada, San Miguel Island. The local time is 30 minutes past 6 a.m., 4 hours ahead Toronto, and the temperature is 16 degrees Celsius. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Be careful when opening the overhead lockers, and make sure you leave no personal belongings behind.
Hi guys, so we're finally here in San Miguel. We arrived here at about, I would say about 5.5 hour flight. Got here early and we're actually at the airport now. We actually missed our connection, had a bit of a hiccup. And anyways, we're catching the same flight to Pico as we would have before. We're just spending, instead of spending the time in Terceira, we're going to spend it here in San Miguel.
Please keep a safe social distance and follow the health recommendations.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people. They're a bit chaotic though. I mean, there's a lot of the tests, a lot of people coming in at the same time. So it could be a little overwhelming when you first arrive because of the tests and the COVID. I mean, the day that those tests and this COVID pandemic is out of the way, better for all of us that love to travel. But anyways, we're here. Zena's fine. Laura's she's taking care of Zena right now. And we'll see you in Pico. One step closer to Pico. One more stop. Terceira.
We're almost there, guys.
Anticipation is building. It's been a long day, but
It's been a very long day. We have lots to talk about. See you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, have just begun our approach to Azores Island. Please make sure if your seatbelts are securely fastened.
Okay guys, we're on the final leg of our trip back to Pico. So we're heading off and we'll see you guys on the other side.
Terceira to Pico now. 45 minutes.
Yay!
Good afternoon. Goodbye, too. Thank you.
Hi guys.
Hey guys, guess where we are?
We finally made it to Pico.
So just to set, right now it's about 10 o'clock in the morning here on Pico, probably about 6 in the morning in Canada, in Oakville area. And we arrived yesterday right on time actually on Pico, 12:30 p.m. local time here. We did arrive.
Yeah.
So we thought we would give you a little bit of a recap. As you know, if someone's watching this that's never been to the Azores, it took us about 11 counting times, 11 hours roughly, flying and at the airport to get to Pico.
In total.
In total.
Yeah.
The flight itself from Toronto to San Miguel, which is the big island, was 5 hours and 15 minutes. And then we had to connect twice, 30 minutes each time. That was the flying time. And then we just waited at the airport. And a lot of times you can go direct. So that means you would have basically flown for 6 hours, 6.5, and you'd be in one of the islands that you need to get to. What did you think about our flight experience in first class?
Actually, it was really, really nice. We were lucky because we had business class. We were upgraded by Sata, which was really, really nice of them. And we had lots of leg room and space to put Zena. And actually, Zena did quite well on the flight too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I would say is if it's within your budget and you want quite a bit extra comfort, recline the seats and extra leg room, I think that's worth $300 to $400 extra. I would say it is worth it if you want that comfort, absolutely. And you get extra luggage, you get priority boarding, check-in, you get to go to the lounge, right? You probably saw when we started this video, we were at the Premier Lounge. You can go there, drink, have a few drinks, have a meal like we did. It's part of the first class service. One thing I want to say is the aircraft. It holds about 180 people. It's an Airbus Neo LR, long range, quiet, and just amazing plane, right? I think that's why we make it quicker time as well as in the old days. For those that have been flying to the Azores for quite a few years now, I always hope I get this aircraft, and so far for the last three times, that's what we've got. It's only 2 years old, and I think it's one of the best airlines that Sata has.
One of the great things about the Azores Airlines is the food. We actually had a really nice meal. I had the vegetarian, and Carlos had a beef, and I think what else was in that one?
Salad. It's dessert. We had nice wine from actually the one we had on the aircraft was Alentejo. And I also talked with some of the passengers that were on first class, and
there was one guy. He was really impressed. Yeah.
Aside from people that flew in the regular seats, where we usually sit, because we can't complain about those seats. The other times we've flown it, we also enjoyed it, right? So it's just I think the extra comfort is reason enough to sit up front. We appreciate the upgrade, of course, but I think we would pay the $300-400 to sit up there.
When we brought Zena in to Portugal, before we left, I was told that I needed an international health certificate for her. So you have to go to your veterinarian, get that form filled out, and my veterinarian actually mentioned that I would probably need a stamp by an authorized veterinarian, which is through the government. And I didn't think I needed it. That was my mistake. So when we got here, we needed it. So now, unfortunately, Zena has to go back to the vet here, and we have to get that all sorted out. So that's something you guys have to be aware of when you're bringing a cat or a dog over here.
Yeah, and also about the rabies. This is something we're still looking into. She said that they actually have to be the rabies shot has to be done 21 days before we leave.
Yeah,
which we
so
didn't
that
know.
was the official at the airport. She looked at the date when Zena got her rabies shot, and I believe it was supposed to be 21 days before we entered Portugal, and she had her vaccination, rabies vaccination done 2 days,
Yeah.
before we came here. So there was that was a big hiccup.
Yeah, so that's how you learn, right? So, but at the end of the day, when we got here to Toronto, the ground handler, actually the Sata agent, and the girl that did the cat.
Yeah, she was very nice.
Calming,
and
yeah.
She was. I think she was a little bit nervous because we were nervous because we were going to miss our flight.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we did.
We
but
did miss it.
We were able to get it rebooked, and we still arrived on time on Pico. But I told her, don't worry. I understand this is your job, and it's okay. So they handled it very, very well.
Yeah, you gotta have a bit of patience. I mean, it's a bit stressful when you're going through it. And those were the hiccups, pretty much.
Yeah, but Zena's here, and
Yeah.
she's. It was like she came back home. She knew exactly where everything was, and woke up this morning to the sunshine and sleeping in her bed, and she was good. She's all good.
That's the thing when we sort of like have two homes now, and it's hard saying goodbye to your family and your good friends back home, and then we're saying hello
And to our family
and then
and
it's
friends
vice
here.
versa again. So it's kind of pretty crazy when you really think about what we're doing. And when we arrived here, like waking up this morning, it'll take 2 or 3 days. I mean, we're in a whole different environment. For those of you that have never been to the Azores and don't follow the channel, I mean, we're in the middle of the Atlantic. It's greenery, it's the ocean. So it is different where we were living for the last 6 months in Ontario, Oakville, Canada, right? And that's why we like both sides, the best of both worlds, because it is different,
Yes.
and
So it was a little bit damp when we came in. Today is about 13 degrees. It was cool last night, but the great thing is when we were here last year, we picked up a radiator and a dehumidifier. So turned that on, and it was we slept very comfortable.
now we have to acclimatize ourselves, like we were saying, this weekend. So that's what we're going to do the next couple of days, and then we have a to-do list, and I'm going to start doing the list.
Yeah, so we have to go do some grocery shopping, need to pick up some food for Zena, and I'm going to speak with her veterinarian just to see what the next plan of action is for her.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool being here at this the Lage's house, our family home here in the village of Lage, and one of the oldest places on Pico. I think it is the oldest, and being in a village, right? Let me just pan quickly here. There we go. This is what I mean by being different. And for those of you that don't know this village, I was born here, and yeah, there's the water you can see from here. Today is actually a pretty calm day. And yeah, going from the town of Oakville to the village of Lages in
And
12
it's
hours,
beautiful.
basically.
It's a beautiful sunny day.
Yeah, as you can see, and this is what it's all about. This is looking at we missed this, the whole island, this greenery. Lots of work to do. We're just going to try and balance everything out. One thing we're going to touch on, one of our followers asked me this yesterday, I believe, because he's traveling in about a week to the Azores. And it's about the tests.
The PCR test.
Yeah, the PCR test. You should get the PCR test. And it's not good enough, in my opinion, in our opinion, to just have or depend on the vaccine certificates, even if there's a booster on. Because to be honest with you, they never asked for that at Toronto, and they never asked for an entry into the Azores, Portugal. So the only thing they did ask for, the test, which we already had downloaded into the questionnaire, which you have to do in the Azores website, mysafeazores.com. We had to show that, and the people that did not have the PCR had to redo the test, quick test, and they were fine, thank God, and they carried on. But like I said, spend $100 if you're around where we were. It's $100 and something each, and you'll be sure. Now this might be lifted. I mean, there's a lot of changes happening between. I think in March will be different. So I'm just talking to you right now as we traveled, and it might be like this for another couple of weeks. Okay, so we're gonna sign out here, and we're on our way to do our few things on the list. Our Volkswagen is waiting for us, so is these nice roads that we like driving on. So come along with us.
Yes. Before we go, guys, I just wanted to also mention that the store is now set up to ship to Portugal.
Oh yes, I forgot to mention that I think on the last one.
It's actually set up for worldwide. For those of you who don't know, we do have an online store that promotes the Azores and lots of great items. There's hoodies and hats and t-shirts, and there's new things coming, so check that out.
I missed this bell. This tells the time here, and it's on every hour until 3 in the morning.
This is our notification bell, guys.
we're going now, so let's go. Let's get going.
Yeah, see
and
you guys.
Stay tuned for a lot more videos on Pico now that we're on Pico.
Yeah, we'll see you again in the
Thumbs
next
up.
video.
See you guys.
See you guys.